Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this Monday morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend and getting ready for a great week at work or whatever you're going to do this week, and hoping everybody's doing well. So we're going to move on with our Panhandle Outdoors outdoor show, and we're proud to bring it to you, and we appreciate the viewership. We're looking at the weather. High today, 83, low 71. We do have some cooler weather. 83 is high to me this time of year, so we'll have some cooler weather coming. They're promising us some cooler weather later on this week. Water temperature is hanging in there at 79 degrees. And we're looking at our moon phase. We're on a waning moon, and we're getting ready for the new moon. It's brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. Tide chart. This is what's interesting in today's weather is today's tide. Look on October the 12th, and look at that falling tide. This is brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery, and we're looking at a rapidly falling tide. And then look at the 13th, how rapid it's coming in. So we've got some really strong tidal movement today. And we're going to have a marine forecast out of west wind coming in at about 10. So it's starting to start calming down a little bit, hopefully the next couple of days. And we're going to have a front coming in with a north wind. So we're going, it's going to be stirred up a little bit, but we're going to get through it. Okay, let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I mentioned a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago maybe, we're talking about, I'm always talking about, clean water and taking care of our environment. That's just been one of our main themes here on Panhandle Outdoors, and most of us do. Y'all do a great job picking up trash and all, but a lot of it, what got us talking about it was when we had all that rain and all these sewage spills throughout, every municipality here in the area had sewage overflowing to the bay. And it's been on my mind a lot. I wish we could do something about it. I know we can't individually. I know we can't, but collectively. I just want to throw this out at you. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. If you look back at American history, and you go back to the interstate system when President Eisenhower came in, he took office in '52 and '53. Actually, in January '53, President Eisenhower took over, took it as president, and he had some advisors. And they wanted to put in the interstate road system. He wanted to do it, and his background on the interstate, it actually went back to World War II when they looked at Germany's road system, and the Autobahn, how they bridged over other roads and everything. And our President Eisenhower was impressed with it, and our leaders, our military leaders, were impressed with how they were able to move stuff, militarily. And so that was really one of the reasons for to put in the interstate. So we could, quote, move our on wheels, move our military, but also for our citizens and all. And they actually started building the interstate. This is back when both political parties got together, they could talk to each other and agreed on a passage of a lot of money for the interstate road system. We can't agree on anything now, but I wish we had that same mentality. They started building a road system, the interstate system in 1956 is when it started. And they officially completed it, although the things came and went. It officially was completed in 1992, and I think the cost was like $580 billion, which sounds like a lot of money if you look at the money they throw around now. So I'm telling all of this as a background to see why couldn't we, as our government leaders and all, and no matter which party, let's get together and put in some kind of funding for our sewer system and everything anywhere along the water system. I mean, it would be years to complete. That was 32 years to complete the interstate system. And Mr. Buchanan up there in Shipley, he was the engineer, actually did this. He drove the first stake to survey, the first survey stake for I-10 over there to Alabama state line coming this way. He put the first survey stake down. And he's still living at 102 years old. I've got that interview. We're going to play one day with him. And anyway, I'll get sidetracked, but I-10 was brought through here, and that was, from here to Jacksonville, and that was our main artery. By the way, the busiest interstate is I-90 from Seattle to Boston. That has more traffic than any of them. I hope I never get on that. But anyway, we'll take that money, and by the way, my dad did not travel on the interstate. He said, why do you want to get on that busy thing? You need to go Highway 90. But anyway, it's been a blessing as far as travel. So anyway, why can't we take that same mentality, the same American ingenuity, that same American drive, and clean up our water system? We'd have to start off with the river systems. Really start off with the creeks and all that, Chipotle River and all. Make sure the septic tanks are away from these areas and all. And the city sewer system, we've got to come in with federal money, get the city sewer systems here, do with the creeks and rivers, and then the bay systems all along the bay, including my septic tank and Lynn Haven and all these systems, and get all that pumped away from the bay system, our water system. Anyway, it's just a thought. I've thought a lot about it, and I just feel strong about it. I won't see it in my lifetime, but if we can get together and start doing those kind of things. Okay, now the teacher came out, and I was looking at something last night, and I thought this was funny because here it is this time of year. The teacher came out. I'm going to give you all a Monday morning test. Okay, and this is test your knowledge about tree stand safety. We don't. I'm just going to throw you. It's like 10, 11 questions. I'm just going to run through it really fast. Let's see. Well, I may put it up on the screen. Jeff was. I wasn't going to put it on the screen, but Jeff. Okay, we'll go in. Okay. What safety equipment should you have to hunt from a tree stand? Of course, and this is an easy question. Some of y'all that are sitting in the back row are going to get this right away, because anytime you see all of the above, when you test taking, anytime you see all of the above. So you need full body harness, rope safety, and haul line, okay? That was question 1. So everybody got, so far, doing good. All right, let's go to question 2. Let me see. Question 2, true or false? When hunting from a ladder stand, hunters should use a rope safety line to climb up and down. And of course, that's true. Okay. Number 3, what is the number 1 reason falls? This was interesting. Okay. Tree stand not assembled correctly. That would be my guess. B, a slip or loss of grip. C, bad weather. Or D, broken straps. The correct answer is B, just slipping and losing your grip. That's the number 1 reason the tree stand that you fall right there. Okay, let's go to the next question. Let me see. True or false? It's not necessary to check the stands before you hunt. That's a no-brainer. That's false. You always check it. Here's one I thought was interesting. I'm going to give you all the answer ahead of time. In what type of tree stand is that incident most likely to occur? A homemade stand. B, a lock-on stand. C, climber. Or D, ladder. The correct answer is B, the lock-on. These are national statistics from the Tree Stand Safety Awareness Foundation. The lock-on stands count for most falls, 31%, climbers are 25%, and ladder stands are 20%. And the safest one is homemade. So we're talking about the do-yourself homemade stands. They're pretty safe, okay? All right, we're going to take a break and come back and finish this test up. Y'all take a break from this test. We'll be right back. Okay, let's get back on task now. We've got to finish this test before the bell rings, okay? So we finished at number 9. Number 5. Let's go to number 6. Tree stand falls are more likely to occur while bow hunting. That's false, and I would thought that would be true with bow hunters who are trying to get a bow up there. Anyway, the National Foundation says it's 50% apiece. Okay, number 7, go up to number 7. Which of the safety steps is most important? And again, you look at D, all the above, so you want to follow the manufacturer's guidelines. And then B, inspect it. But now C, look at C, practice using your tree stand and safety equipment before you hunt. That is so important, okay? Let's go to number 8 up here. True or false? Right here. When using a lock-on tree stand, you should step up to the seating platform. False. You should make sure the climbing aids and steps are installed above. So I've never used one of those. So I'm not that familiar. A couple more questions. Number 9. True or false? New hunters are more likely to fall while using a tree stand. I would think, of course, but no, it's false. Data shows experienced hunters account for most tree stand incidents. This is important, folks. All joking aside, the average age of victims who fall is in the late 40s. So is it the first time or the 500th time? You really need to be careful. And what percentage of falls occur by someone not wearing by not wearing a full body safety harness? Anytime you see odd numbers like this, usually the first one you see, 86% was the answer on that. Okay, let's see that. That's about enough, I think. That's enough. Go ahead and grade your own paper. Pass your paper to the person next to you. Let them grade it. Y'all, when I was teaching and all, every now and then I would give a little simple test like that, and they would take it, and I would say they usually getting ready to pass it in to the teacher grade. I said, okay, let your partner next to you or whoever's sitting with y'all trade papers and grade each other, and a look on their face, because all the teachers they never did stuff like that, and when they got to grade their own paper, they because I don't make 100 on this, and so change that. But they were funny, but they got a kick out of grading their own papers. They pass it on. Now, speaking of outdoor stuff, let's go from hunting to fishing and outdoor activities. And we'll talk about all the time about the safety of good outdoor glasses. Good sunglasses are so important, and I get the top of the line. Well, the other day, folks, I broke my sunglasses, and it's just I don't abuse my equipment, but I use it pretty hard. So I think it just had a crack across the lens, and these were good glasses, and I couldn't believe it. So I couldn't sit there, and I had to get some more. So I told Gail, I said, I got to run down to Brad's and get some more sunglasses. These are broken. And so I go down there, and I said, I won't take the camera because I hadn't seen Brad, and he hadn't been able to come in the studio. So I took the camera down there, and we set up of course I walked in. I just feel so at home in St. Andrew, but especially in Sunjammers, and going in there and visiting with Brad. So we got a little 5-minute video of me going to buy me some sunglasses. So Jeff, let's roll it. Downtown St. Andrew, the heart and soul of our early history here. Down there is a park where they actually the Ware family came in down there. That's West Printing. We'll talk about that later on at the museum. But I'm down, you know what I'm doing. I'm down here checking on Brad at Sunjammers, and man, they are busy. They're getting ready for fall. They're getting ready for fall. Check it out. I tell you what I'm looking for. They're selling some kayaks right there. That's what I'm looking for. I came by this morning to buy some sunglasses. So I walk in. Of course, y'all see the first thing I see right here on the shelf.
How you been?
And then I'm coming over here to the sunglasses. They're over here in the corner. I'm gonna go look at these. They got a great selection. I pretty well know what I like by this time, as I'm not off. And I like this brand here. They've always been dependable. And I like these wraparound. Let me try these on. Hold on a minute, let me try these on.
Ours in the boat barn. I said, Josh, the boat barn. Well, we pulled ours yesterday. My parents are supposed to go out of town tomorrow for like 12 weeks. And I was like, let's go with the boat to the barn. It's going to cost you $600. Go set her over there. How long can you set? A month. Dad likes to he didn't like to look. I was like, dude, you always done this thing. I'll prepay for now until springtime. And nothing to do with one of these boats.
I like these. They actually have readers in the bottom. And I'm at the point, believe it or not, I'm at the point in time where readers really come in handy in tying those knots. And I also like these, I like the wide grip like this. Tell me how they look. I look good? Okay, that wasn't hard. I'm going to see Brad. Now, don't forget, Christmas is right around the corner. My birthday's in March, so y'all can wait a little while before you come here to me.
Do better on fuel? But
the numbers guy, it doesn't make sense.
But it's going faster.
Yes.
You're there faster there back versus the 10 knots or whatever.
He's running 40 miles an hour. Shorter.
Yeah, flip side of that is our boat. If you got hot, you go with size.
This boat we just got told due to their lack of capability. Oh yeah, this right here will go flat.
That's pretty good. Isn't that pretty?
Absolutely beautiful.
Brad, you still recommend these Smith sunglasses? They're still good?
We're still selling a ton of them. Everybody loves them.
Hi, Brad. What's been going on lately?
Man, just trying to sell kayaks. It makes it hard though.
I'm buying glasses.
You're buying a new pair of sunglasses. So we're telling everybody, if you see it today, you better buy it because these guys over here are gonna buy it and we don't know when we're getting more. And that's just a stark reality of retail. We don't know when we're getting stuff. It's a Russian roulette every day when the UPS guy shows up, what's in the box. We literally play what did we get today multiple times a week. And that's where we are in the state of retail.
Okay, Brad, we're getting ready, almost, it's October, almost November. What do you got coming up though?
Christmas. Everybody's gonna want Christmas items. Toadfish Outfitters, go look them up. We're bringing in, we should have in about 3 weeks, fully stocked on all of our Toadfish stuff, their gift sets, all of that stuff. And then in November, we have the Elizabeth Botsworth Redfish Tournament that everybody needs to come down and support. We have raffle tickets for Sunjammer's gift card, as well as a kayak.
Okay. And you're gonna get more stuff coming in?
Hopefully.
Hey guys.
Hey!
Y'all not gonna buy anything, are you?
No.
You're gonna come back
I'm gonna buy one of everything.
You're gonna come and talk and tell Brad what he's doing. Okay. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game time brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 7:57 this morning to 9:57. It's at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And then this tonight, 8:24 to 10:24. And we're talking about the moon. And the new moon is going to be Thursday. So we're a couple of days before the new moon. This is a good week for outdoors and doing stuff in the outdoors. And it is, it's going to be a good week. Cool snap coming up. We got a new moon coming in, and it's just some good signs for this week. Last week was a little slow. From everybody I talked to, just had a slow week last week. And I talked about that on Fishing Report Friday. Now, speaking of pompano, a lot of people get these two fish. We have these two fish a lot, and they get them confused because they look so much. I've shown it before. I want to show it again because somebody asked about this the other day. The top one is a pompano. The bottom one is a permit. And you can see the big difference. I've caught both. Of course, I catch a lot of pompano, but if I see a long dorsal fin up top, that long, I know right away when I'm pulling up. And it's a little wider fish, and all kind of the tail fins are. And pompano's got yellow in it also. So if you get them confused, and the hump at the top right there, it's just if you don't fish much, it's hard to tell the difference because you're gonna think you have a pompano, but a lot of times it's a permit. And speaking of woods and all, going walking through the woods and all, it's an important time of the year to check the mast. You know what the deer naturally feed on the ground. And of course, the number one issue comes up, of course, is the acorns, is what some folks call them. But they're falling. I've got some oak trees in my yard, and I always tell them they started falling about a week ago. They started falling in the driveway, so they're easy to see, and the squirrels are all jumping around, getting excited. So if you get a chance, and walking out in the woods is a good time to do it, you want to check your mast and make sure that you got the area, and this is when the ground blind comes in handy, to be able to move your ground blind to an area where you can see some deer coming in. And a lot of times the early bucks are taken coming into places like that. They're just coming in to feed and all. So and that's really when we're talking about my grandson Mason getting that buck of his the other day. That was an early season buck. It was also because he was coming in to feed. And it was not and it was a young buck, about a 3-year-old. I also talked about, I want to finish this up last week. We were talking about places to go pompano fishing from the surf, and I only got as far down as Mexico Beach, and I wanted to go ahead and talk about the other areas to finish surf fishing. So let's go from hunting back to fishing. We've been bouncing back and forth today, but if I don't get started on it, one of the great places to go, of course, we talked about a state park here in St. Joe, and you can go out and surf there, and I do this a lot. But also here, you park here at the stump hole. Well, I'm gonna zoom in on it. You can park right here to the right there, and then walk down this area. This is Eglin property. And folks, this is really sort of isolated, and this is a good place to catch pompano. And a lot of people don't tell anybody, because now it's going to be crowded. When you park right here, there's going to be all kinds, look at all those cars. It's going to be full of people. But keep on walking, speak to them, walk on by, and get on down there and get away from people, and you're going to have some, that's a great place to go. And of course, the Cape itself, that's the actual Cape itself, that's a pretty good walk there, but it gets muddy back on the backside, but right there is a great place to go. And quickly down to St. George Island. We've talked about St. George Island before. St. George Island, okay, again, the spot, used to go a lot of spots right there, but that's closed off right now. But if you're in a boat, you can see those docks right there. That's some great red fishing. But in a boat, they're coming. You can park your boat right there to the left, and then get on. These are some secret spots now. This is for boat people. Park right there, top of the screen. See where that, and then come out and fish this surf area right here on the backside of that pass. There won't be anybody there, and you're gonna catch them. I can promise you this time of year, they're coming down from left to right, and they're gonna hit those rocks and circle back. And that's one of the top secret spots I've let out here on Panhandle Outdoors. So again, we used to do the same thing on this side, but they started building houses and blocked it off. You cannot do that anymore. So anyway, I still haven't made it down to St. George State Park. So I want to throw those two places out at you. Those are some really ideal blue ribbon spots. Got to wrap it up. Thank y'all for watching the show. Do something good today for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.